Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we have already created our source code for our multi-rat project. So in this video, we are going to build it and test it out. So let's click on Start now to build the project. As you can see, build has started. And I believe it is running. Build succeeded, as you can see on the bottom left corner. So now we can open a command prompt. Alright, now it is running. So let's open a command prompt. If you are not sure whether or not it is running, you can always check using the netstat command. Hit enter. And then scroll and look for the port 4444. Over here you can see it. So this confirms that the server, the rat, is up, running, and is listening for connections. Now we can connect to it. Let me clear the screen first by typing CLS. Then we will telnet 127.0.0.1 4444, or you can telnet to your IP address which is available for this machine, which you can also check using netstat, or you can also telnet to localhost if you like, or you can even transfer the binary to a separate machine and telnet to that machine if you prefer. Okay, let's hit enter now. Alright, so it should have been connected. So let us test our first command, which is M. First command is M, so we are going to type M and see what happens. Press M and hit enter, and you can see the message box pops up. Hello world. That means this part is working. Message box is shown. Second, we want to play a beep sound, so we are supposed to type B. So let us now type B and press enter, and I remind you that it will not show whatever you type when you hit. And you just heard that, right? The beeping sound. Let me try that again. I press B. Yes, so that is the beeping sound. So you can change the frequency and the duration if you prefer by going here and then just change the parameter for the beep. If you put a higher value, then the frequency, the pitch will be higher. If you put a lower value than 500, then the pitch will be lower, the tone will be lower. And if you want it to play for longer, you can increase the value here, or shorter, you can decrease the value here accordingly. So let us now try one more time the M command. I type M and it shows the hello world again. And if I type B, it beeps. So this confirms that our rat server is running in a loop. So this is what we need. We need the server to be always running in a loop and waiting for commands. Now if we want to quit, we just have to press Q. So let's press Q and hit enter. And you can see immediately that the rat has terminated. Up here you can see it's no more running there. Exception thrown, system exception, exited with code 0. Alright, so when we press Q, it will artificially create an artificial exception, and when you do that, it will be caught by this catch block. That is why you see this message here, exception thrown, system exception. So once the catch block catches this exception, it will then gracefully close everything. The stream reader will be closed, and network stream and so on. Everything will be closed, and it exits gracefully. And you can continue. You can run it again if you want. So another way to run it is to run the binary file itself. Now to get the binary file, you can head over to your folder where this project was created. So we can go to the folder now. Go to your C drive. And then go to the rat folder 02 multi-ret, and then inside here open the folder and look for bin, which stands for binary, and then you have two subfolders, debug and release. Debug is to store the binary for debugging version. Presently we are on debugging, so it will generate an exe and put it in here, multi-ret. Later, when we change this to release, when we click this and change to release, and then it will put it in the release folder, which is this one. So currently, if you open debug, you should see a exe there, and you can double click on this to run it. And then now you come back to your telnet and repeat the same command. Okay, let it wait for connection. Now we press M, hit enter, and again it works. And then we press B, hit enter, and it works. And you press Q, hit enter, and it should have quitted. Okay, and so you can confirm that it has quit by opening a command prompt and then type netstat, hit enter, and look for 4444. Okay, try one more time. It hasn't quit. Alright, now it has quit. So now let's repeat the command netstat again. You can repeat it here, the command netstat, and check, make sure 4444 is no more there. Yes, it is closed. So our program works. So these are two ways you can test your program. You can either test it by clicking the start button, or you can go directly to the debug folder, which contains the exe file, and double click to run it directly. So that's all for this video. We have now got a basic template on which we can build a simple but workable ret. So where do you think you should put new commands that you want to implement? Yes, you should put it in a while loop. This is the message loop, and you should put whatever new command that you want to implement inside here. Just copy this line, create a new line, and add whatever command below it that you want to execute. So we'll be doing that in the future coming lessons, how to add more commands. And not only that, we will also improve on the design of this ret. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.